Welcome, I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Desmonds Donders.
So, this is Glenmulliach. It's on the Glenmulliach Crown Estate, and it's also inside the Cairngorms National Park. The last time we were here was April 21, when the restrictions were lifted and we could travel. So, being us, it was Easter weekend, we left very early, oh well, very late, and arrived here very late, and got up the next morning to be greeted by the Glenmulliach estate manager, who asked that we stayed only one night and then moved on to make it fair for everybody else. And we agreed. Can't remember where we ended up. And this time we turned up, nobody here, just us. And it was about 20 past, 8:30. Closed the curtains, closed the blinds, shut everything up for the night, because you couldn't see a blessed thing anyway because it was dark. And then sat down, made a cup of tea, as we do. And then there's very little in the way of Wi-Fi signals. We're both kind of struggling on that point. We have three options between David's phone, my phone, and as I call it, the wifey box. They're all in different companies, so it gives us a better scope. But even the wifey box is struggling a bit, but no matter. Sometimes it does you good to cut off from technology. Got up late this morning, as we usually do. Had breakfast, and then a national park ranger van turned up with two rangers in it, a black bag and a picking stick. And I'd already been round the little pond, well, as much as I could, because part of it was so wet I wasn't willing to sink in it or get my feet wet. And I didn't think there was that much rubbish. And then a car turned up with numerous adults and a baby that obviously did not want to be woken up. And they spoke to the rangers. One of the rangers came across and gave us a leaflet about where we can get rid of our grey water, our Elsan, do our shopping, etc. in the national park. Never mentioned anything about moving on. Didn't have the heart to tell him we live less than 40 miles away from the place, but we just let him waffle. And then eventually, when they finished chatting to the family with the baby who didn't want to wake up, they left. So I think they know now that even though this is inside the national park, Glenmulliach has the final say as to who and what goes on in their car parks. And we know the Livet estate encourages campers for whatever reason, and that we're grateful for, because some of our favourite spots are around this area. The family then headed off up the hill where I'm now going, and they just came back, and I decided it was safe to come up here because there wouldn't be many folk left up here. It is nearly, must be about 2:45 now, so I might not make it to the viewpoint because it is getting darker and the nights are drawing in, and tonight is the night we put the clocks back, as it's the 29th of October. Oh, another thing about last night was we were sitting drinking tea and I could hear a tawny owl. I don't know if there was one or two, but I definitely heard it. And then some idiot let off a bloody firework. Just one. Whether that was to warn the locals that a camper van was in the car park, or for whatever reason, they just let off one. There are about 3 houses at the opening to the entrance to get into the car park. There's one house past the entrance. Oh, that's the nature trail going up there, which takes you to the bird hide. But the ground is very wet and I'm not sure if it's going to rain or not. So I ain't risking it. I've been up there before. The bird hide is in completely the wrong place because you have the bird hide and then nothing. The trees are all lower down than you are. It's a nice trail, but not when it's manky. I have no desire to fall flat on my backside because I do that often enough without any help. So, as usual, David's in the van. There are about 3 cars in the car park. 2 different sets of families have met up. The 2 wee ones are throwing stones in the stream, obviously to keep them occupied, and the 2 babies are not impressed at all. There is a bit of a breeze, but not much. It's been very mild today. The door's been open most of the time we've been up. David reckons he should have left his shorts on, but I don't think it's that warm. Thank you all for your lovely comments on my waffles and my walks. It's much appreciated. If nothing else, it just keeps me company talking to myself while I'm walking. The Glenmulliach viewpoint is 1.5 miles from the car park. Like I said, I'm not sure we're going to make it because 1, the weather looks to be changing, and 2, it's going to get dark. But I've been up and down here often enough. As long as I stay on the main path, I'll be fine. seems very strange coming here at this time of year. We usually come here in the spring and all you can see are frogs and toads. Well, you can hear the toads until you get too close and then they shut up. But the pond that's beside the car park is looking kind of sorry for itself. It's completely bogged down with weeds. It could do with being cleared out, but that's up to the estate. The second pond doesn't look too bad. I've seen a few fallen trees, but not many. We heard someone with a chainsaw this morning, so the wind picking up. I'm not sure if I'll be able to show you, but there's a deep pond up here, and the only thing I can think of the reason for it being here is in case of fire, and then the helicopters could come and scoop up buckets of water to put it out. And it's really mucky. Excuse me sniffing. Warning, deep water. I can't think of any reason why that... Oh, hello. Fishies. Why that would be here. So I'm going to switch off for a bit because I've got to take some photos, and I'll switch it back on when we get near the top, if I make it. So we have Cromdale Hills, Craignaches, Glenmulliach, Strathspey, Tom and Tow, so I can't speak Gaelic, Tomnabat Hill, Bagnach Cairngorm, Glenmulliach Forest, Benabeard and Benhaven. I'm 518 metres above sea level. Sorry you can't see much. I should have come up earlier, but there was too many people about. But that is the viewpoint. And I'm going to start heading down because 1, it's getting cloudy, and 2, it's going to get dark soon. But if you're ever in this area, you should come up here and see it, because even though it's only a slight view for you, it's breathtaking for me. Thanks to the Glenmulliach Crown Estate for keeping this up, encouraging people to come and see it. Because without places like this, David and I would get so fewer joys, places to park Desmonds and go see what's available. This is less than 37 miles from the house, and before Desmond I didn't even know this place existed. You're never too old to learn new things, folks. Sorry, it's a bit windy up here, but it's not sheltered, so I'm going to head back down so I can coolness. Walk the dark. Take care.
Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.